Welcome back. This is Gary Kayye, and you're watching VIEWpoint, brought to you by Sound and Communications Magazine. We're talking about video conferencing with John Swoyer, and we left off with the infrastructure required for an AV integrator today to get back into video conferencing. Let's assume we all know that a lot of integrators left the video conferencing market years ago because they've been burned. They want to get back into it now. What do they need to do? What two, maybe three pieces of advice can you specifically give them to build the infrastructure so that they can be successful and profitable in video conferencing today?
Well, remember what people are trying to do with regard to video conferencing. It's a much more mission-critical application now than it ever was. So therefore, an understanding of infrastructure is extremely important. Infrastructure is what is the glue that holds this technology together.
And what is that infrastructure?
The infrastructure can be, number one, the network, and a basic understanding of WAN, LANs, if you will, but also the network equipment that allows this technology to work seamlessly over that network. That can consist of a multi-point control unit. All the major manufacturers carry them. Gateways, gatekeepers, the ability to traverse networks seamlessly, if you will, whether that be through security, different security protocols, but to ensure that the technology works seamlessly.
So number one, the key is infrastructure, network-based infrastructure.
That's correct.
Okay, and what else? Do they just need to have dealership agreements with the manufacturers? Is it that simple? And you hang a video conferencing banner outside your shop? Or
they need to have that expertise in the back end. They need to be able to go in and communicate with the IT folks that are part of the enterprise solution that you're actually proposing. So you need to be able to speak to speak. You need to make sure that the IT people there have confidence in you as a solutions provider to provide not only the endpoint, because the endpoint is quite visceral. You can see it. It's a wonderful technology, but how do you make this technology work seamlessly? How do you work? It's the Oz behind the curtain.
So the network, you keep coming back to the network. So this omnipresent network, and is there nervousness in the IT department because you're putting something with giant amounts of bandwidth on their network and they're concerned with what it's going to do? And is that the case, or is it just the unknown, or what is it?
Well, I think there's ownership there. When you're talking about video conferencing these days, it's really migrated to the IT side of the shit.
So you have to be able to sell to the IT guys.
That's correct.
Okay, so it's more than just selling to the one who wants to use it, it's the one who's going to maintain it.
And they need to be confident, whatever device that you put on their network, whatever you're trying to do, that you know what you're doing and that you're not going to adversely affect that network. So you need to be able to speak to what are the drawbacks, if any, of this device that you're putting on the network. And as I said, there's quite a few devices, network devices, that consists of that will make this technology work seamlessly.
Excellent. And what about products? I mean, you've mentioned Polycom and Tandberg and Life Size at some point in time during our discussion over the last couple of weeks. But what other products do you need besides the video conferencing codec itself? I mean, does it just you need to have a brand of LCD or plasma displays, or are they standalone systems like they were years ago? Or are they being incorporated into larger systems? And if so, is it any different what they're used to doing now?
Well, the latest and greatest trend is best-of-breed solutions, and that's something that our company specializes in. There's a multitude of solutions out there, whether it's gateways, gatekeepers, MCUs, endpoints. Companies, there's so many options. There's so many things that you can do. Companies are really looking at us to demystify this process. Now, some gatekeepers are better than other gatekeepers. Some provide security attributes that other gatekeepers don't. So there's a wide variety of infrastructure products and products overall in the video conferencing space that actually makes a superior solution. So in essence, what you want to be able to do is you want to offer a plethora of services, manufacturers, as you said, Tandberg, Polycom, Life Size, but there's also other network infrastructure companies. Codian, which was just recently acquired by Tandberg. Radvision is another player in this market that offers a sound solution. And in every single environment or in every single network, it has its own footprint. And from that standpoint, to be able to create a best-of-breed solution, a mixture of, is what people are really looking to do today.
And can you give me the top 3 applications? I mean, where are these? I mean, is the worship market one of the top 3 applications, or is it pretty much all corporate and education based?
Well, we've been focusing on, as far as Videré Conferencing is concerned, has been focusing on mission critical applications where video conferencing is most important, and that's been a phenomenon, by the way, over the last year or two that's been great for our industry, because all of a sudden, finally, there's this technology is irreplaceable.
So give me 2 more quick applications.
So from as far as industries are concerned, the private equity sector is obviously very, very hot. Legal. In both of these cases, or both of those markets, the user community is highly demanding. Literally, there's no tolerance for this technology not working, in essence. So those are the markets that we, generally speaking, have gone after. Of course, healthcare is very important. Education tends to have a tolerance there.
So it sounds like there's a potential in every possible market.
Sure.
What's great about this is these are markets that the commercial AV integrators are familiar with,
That's
or
correct.
should at least be familiar with, and are probably already targeting with the rest of their products. John, this has been a phenomenal experience. I've learned a lot, and I think that hopefully our viewers have learned as much as I have, and hopefully they'll take this advice and maybe jump back into video conferencing, because it looks like we're at the stage now where we can really go to the next level. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for joining VIEWpoint, brought to you by Sound and Communications Magazine. This is Gary Kayye with John Swoyer, and we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for watching Sound and Communications VIEWpoint. We hope you've enjoyed this month's broadcasts, and we invite you to join us again in February when our topic will be audio-video in houses of worship.